Good morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein coming to you live from the 29 News Digital Desk with the Morning Rush. Let's start things off this morning with our local headlines. The man charged with shooting and killing Wintergreen police officer Chris Wagner last year appeared in front of a judge Wednesday. Friends of Daniel Barmack gave testimony. They said Barmack took psychedelic mushrooms and ketamine powder. Police say Officer Wagner was shot while responding to Arrowwood Lane near Wintergreen in June of 2023. He was called there for an assault. Wagner reportedly encountered Barmack in nearby woods and a struggle ensued. A grand jury is set to hear the case in March. A malfunction at Sugar Hollow Reservoir turned the dam into a waterfall for a short period of time yesterday. A rubber tube, also known as a bladder, lines the top of the reservoir so excess water can fit, and the bladder disconnected and deflated, causing what was there to spill out onto the Mormons River. Ravenna Water and Sewer Authority says it caught the issue early and replaced the bladder. The Water and Sewer Authority says there was no damage to the reservoir aside from that piece of equipment. In Decision 24 news, early voting for the Virginia presidential primary begins tomorrow. Virginia has a dual presidential primary election, which means both parties will have primaries on the same day. All voters can cast ballots in either primary, but one cannot vote in both. Early voting continues until March 2nd, and Election Day is March 5th, Super Tuesday. And this is my favorite story of the day. A birthday bash at Virginia Wildlife Center in Lyndhurst for 5 black bears turning 1 year old. The bears were admitted last spring after either being orphaned or separated from their mothers. They were given fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, mice, and some peanut butter or baby food smeared on top. The center says it's very likely that these 5 strong and healthy bears will be ready for release soon, possibly in April. And they've got that brand new snow they can play in.
Oh yeah, they're probably having the best time.
Probably so.
I mean, it looked like a lot of fun too.
Sure does, yeah.
All right, so remember when we were talking about earlier microplastics in bottled water? Well, now it turns out microplastics are found in beef, shrimp, so seafood, pork, chicken, even tofu.
So it's everywhere, essentially.
It's in pretty much every, so researchers tested, analyzed pretty much what's on Americans' plate. So all those meats, and they just 90% of them, there was plastics found in 90% of them.
That's amazing.
Microplastics.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, right now it's so early, there's not enough research to know what that means for the human body, how that would affect us. And so there's a call for more research into this.
Yeah, and see over time how it affects you. But I mean, it's hard to avoid.
Well, and that's what the
realistically,
researchers are saying. They're just saying that it's in everything that we eat.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And so then there's also calls for action about pollution and that sort of thing, fixing that. So it's just interesting. It's in everything.
Yeah. We shall see what they find out.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know about you. Do you delay going to sleep to give yourself more leisure time to like maybe read a book or watch a movie?
No. I mean, maybe by like a few minutes, but I'm pretty strict with my schedule.
Sometimes I try to take an afternoon nap before the kids come home, and it's the only time of the day really to myself and to watch shows that I want to watch.
Yeah.
So I will forego that nap just so I can like watch a show, one of my shows.
I can't do it. I mean, if I miss any sleep, I can feel it the next day. It's really bad.
I mean, I'm definitely very good about going to bed at my bedtime, but that afternoon nap I usually don't take. So if you're losing sleep, so there are harmful effects, of course. So it can cause diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, kidney disease, depression, and stroke if you're not getting enough sleep. So,
But I feel like this is very common, especially with phones these days.
Oh.
You find yourself staying up just scrolling through TikTok or something.
Instagram,
yeah.
Yeah, you do need to put the phone away.
Put the phone away.
And get some good sleep. Okay. And then just lastly, just since we're in this kind of cold weather season, this is an egg in a pan, and here's some ramen that just has been frozen outside with Mother Nature. I mean, that's how cold it is. This is in parts of Canada. And there's a polar vortex that's bringing record-breaking toilet paper.
These are works of art, really. It kind of reminds me of the girl yesterday we saw with her hair all over the place.
Yes. So it's amazing.
Be thankful it's not that cold here.
Right.
I think you'd be sitting out there wild waiting for
for it to freeze here. But yeah, that's what it looks like.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. It will be warming up today to a high of 41, a lot warmer than what we saw yesterday in retrospect. Clouds will be increasing, and then we've got a chance for some light snow accumulation tomorrow. It may impact the morning commute, so make sure you download the Storm Team 29 weather app to stay ahead of that storm. And then cooling back down for the weekend before a big warm up, it looks like, on the way for next week. We'll be hitting 55 by Wednesday, so we're all looking forward to that break from the cold air. We'll see you again on 29 News at noon. Of course, we're always live on the 29 News app and on 29news.com.